Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the factorization. So today's lesson objective, I can factorize any expression in algebra. Let's look how can I factorize any expression in algebra. Before going to start, I want to ask you, what is factorization? Do anybody have any idea? Let me explain. So factorization is the reverse process of multiplying out to create a list of factors. Writing expressions when multiplied together will produce the original expression. For example, if I say what are the factors of 6, obviously you will say 1 and 6, 2 and 3, that's all. So same as in algebra. So the now question is how to factorize. I'm going to show you 5 steps to think before you start any factorization in algebra. And if you follow these 5 steps, you can factorize any expression in algebra. Let's think. The first rule is common in all. That is, you have to think, is there any number or letters or both are common in all the terms in the expression. Second rule is common in pair. That means you will make a pair and think, is there anything common in pair? Either it's a number or letters or both. And then if you think that you cannot take common in all, common in pair, then you will use the formula. And only formula used in factorization, that is a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. No other formula. The fourth rule is you will do the middle factor. And the fifth is factor theorem. So now look at a glance. First, common in all, you have to think either it's a number or letters. Then you have to think common in pair, either it's a number or letter or both. And thirdly, you will think, can you use the formula, that is a square minus b square formula. And then fourth time you will think, can I do middle factor? If all the above processes fail, then you will go for the fifth rule, that is factor theorem. So now look at in details with example, how can I do using the common in all. So whenever you are asked to do factorize, you will just think, is there anything common in all from all the terms? Here look at that, there is 2x common, so 2x common, then 3x minus 2y minus 4. Look at another example. So if you look at the numbers, number is 7, 14, 21 and 49, obviously 7 is common. Then similarly think which letter is common, and that is ABC is common here, and then take the common, what is the leftover? That is the answer. Secondly, look at common in pair. So look at this example. If I take common, first I have to think, the first process is I have to think, is there any common in all, and then I have to think common in pair. Some students might do this one differently like that, but if the question says factorize completely, look at that. So in that case, it's not completely factorized because 2 is still common here. So if you follow my process, like you have to think first common in all, then common in pair, then you must go in this way, the left side way. And if you don't follow the my one, then you might come to this end, but then you have to take common 2 again, then it is complete. So look at some more examples on that. So if you just take 4p common, then 4p minus 1, and same as the other one. Now look at the third rules. If your first and second rule is fail, that is you cannot use first and second rule, then you have to go for the third rule. So look at that, x square minus 25. So before I start this one, I have to look at some square numbers. I think we learned it before, so just have a look. These are the square numbers. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 79, that is 64 and 81 and 100 are the square numbers. If there is 25, that means I can write 5 square because my formula is s square minus b square. So to use this formula, I have to go like that, like s square minus b square. So x square minus 5 square is here. So a is here x, b is here 5. Now use the formula a plus b into a minus b, that means x plus 5 into x minus 5. And look at some more examples. In that case, you have to do both terms in perfect square. So just look at that. So this is the answer. Look at this example. As I said, if anyone follow my 5 rules, that is, if you think sequentially, then you must be able to solve any kinds of factorization. So in that case, look, if somebody start thinking, what should I do, he or she cannot. But if he or she starts thinking like that, that common in all, common in pair, and then formula, then he must have a solution. So look at that. If I think I will make it a formula, I cannot. But if you think, as sir said, I have to follow 5 rules, like first I have to think common in all, secondly common in pair, then I will think formula. So if I think common in all, yes, I can take common 3. Now you can use the formula. Look at that. So x square minus 2 square. Now it's easy. Now look at the 4th rule. So that is the middle factor. If you just look at this term, 2s square minus a minus 6. So middle factor, it means that I will remove the middle one and I will keep the first and last one. Then I will change the middle one with 2 terms rather than 1, and if I add them together, I will get the middle one, and if I multiply them together, then I will get the product of the first and last terms. Let's have a look. In this expression, product of the first and last term is 12s square, and it is minus. So now I have to find out the factors of 12. What are the factors of 12? 12 and 1, 12, 6 and 2, 4 and 3. The question is now, what should I choose from here? I will choose 4 and 3, because if I choose 4 and 3, then only I can make minus 1, because minus 4a plus 3a is minus a. Just have a look. Then take a common. But if you think for other terms, then you cannot. So this is the trick of middle factor. Always follow the steps that I showed now. First, you just remove the middle one, and then think what are the factors of the product of the first and last terms. Then you write it down, and then think which 2 I should choose. Then easily you can solve it. Before I leave, I want to get a feedback from you. So any one of you, can you please explain what did you learn today?
Oh, okay, sir. So I learned the process of factorization. Then I learned the steps that I need to follow in order to factorize any expression. Then I learned that I need to follow 5 of the common rules. The first one is to find the common in all. The second one is to find common in pair. The third one is to find to use the formula, that is a square minus b square, that is a plus b whole bracket a minus b. Then I learned that I have to do the middle factor, and then at the end, when none of these work, then I have to do is the factor theorem. So now, sir, I think that I am very confident that I can solve any or factorize any expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Raisha. Thank you for watching. Bye.